There is no place in the world like Hong Kong. On the first day, I experienced a lot of culture shock and a lot of new things in this city. To best understand this place, here are some facts. Hong Kong, a world of new discoveries, a force in the finance and investment sector, delicious cuisines, vibrant nightlife, eclectic art scenes, and so much more. In the next couple of weeks, I shall be immersing myself in this territory and city to share with you my experience, interaction with locals and foreigners as well. Join me in this thrilling adventure. Hong Kong is an autonomous unit of China, just like Taiwan. And it is important to note that it is actually a former British territory until 1997, when they handed it over to China. They are pretty much independent from China, apart from when it comes to foreign affairs and the military. Hong Kong even have their own currency called the Hong Kong dollar, which is the 8th most traded currency in the world. A highly developed territory and ranks number 4 in the Human Development Index. Wow! The first 3 countries are Switzerland, Norway, and Iceland. I can't wait to experience this city and learn as much as possible. You know, this is a big city. Coming from a developing country, I can't wait to see what this first world territory has to offer. I can't wait for the surprises. Come with me and let's experience the first world life. Maybe sometimes they call the first world problems. Let's go. Welcome to the city with the most of everything. I'm gonna explain this, but before we get into that, I want to take you to a place that you may all be familiar with or what you know the city as. Well, I just stepped out and I noticed I don't have a mask. It's punishable, it's a punishable crime, so let me get myself a mask and then we'll proceed. There we go. We are now all set for me to take you to familiar places. So this is just the other side of town, but first let's try and see if we're able to get a train. Let's see where the train station is. Should be around here. Hong Kong MTR has a reputation of being possibly the highest quality of transit system in existence. The system moves about 5 million people every single day, fast and efficient. First, you need to get this card called the Octopus, but this is to recharge. So let me see where someone can buy this card. That's the card that you use for transportation. So, hello, excuse me. Where can I buy I want to buy the card. The card. Octopus card. Okay, straight ahead. Okay, thank you. I want to buy the Octopus card. So they have a card here. You load it with some money, you use it. And the good thing is, when you're leaving the country and it still has money, they refund it to you. Hello, I want to get Octopus card. 200. 200? For one card? Yeah, for one card. Okay, so I just got my card. So this is the Octopus card. It costs 200 Hong Kong dollars. This is the journey map, and we're going to the central, where you might all be familiar with.
For everyone's protection, you must wear a mask in stations and on train.
Okay. So the good thing about this card is the fact that you are able to even use it to pay at McDonald's and convenience stores. So that's good. You'll ensure that you use your money, and you can also, it also has a lot of recharge stations, so you can recharge the card.
Wait, did I mention that you can actually use this card on the 7-Eleven convenience stores, on the bus, and lots of other places? Before we get into that, our MTR is here. Let's get in and go to the city center. First world way of doing things. So I'm going to do this in reference to a lot of countries in Africa and also in Kenya, where I come from. Hong Kong as a territory has about 7.5 million people, yet it has some efficient transport systems. I come from Kenya. Nairobi itself has about 10 million people, but we don't have such. Sad.
Oh, just like that, we have arrived very fast and smooth. Now let's get out. In central Hong Kong now, trying to figure out my exit. Ooh, so smooth and easy.
Basically, where you are boarding the MTR is where you tap in the card and tap out when you're coming out. That is how it calculates the fare.
So now welcome to central Hong Kong. I really don't know where exactly we're going to start, but we're going to be doing a random exploration or tour of this place, and we'll see what we find out. So probably this is the Hong Kong you all know, you've seen in the photos and all that. Then later on I'm going to show you the other side of Hong Kong. So let's see where this leads us.
Did you know that Hong Kong used to be a British territory until 1997, when they handed it over to China? But there were some conditions that Hong Kong was going to run as an autonomous unit. Basically, it was going to be like one country, two systems. The systems of government and operation in Hong Kong are very different from the ones in China. However, this was to run as such for 50 years. So since 1997 to 2047. After that, Hong Kong was going to be now like fully part of China and not an autonomous unit. Well, now you know.
Earlier on, I said Hong Kong is the city with the most. Well, this is the most expensive city in the world after New York. And as you can tell by now, this city has the most number of skyscrapers than any other city in the world. So let's continue with this, as I'll be sharing with you the most of Hong Kong. Originally, in the past, Hong Kong was just a sparsely populated area with fishing villages, but right now it has become one of the world's leading financial territories. Do you know that the Hong Kong dollar is one of the most traded currencies in the world? It's actually number 8 of the world's most traded currencies. Oh, So see, we have JP Morgan there, that's American. This city reminds me so much of some parts of New York. However, it looks more cleaner, especially this part looks more cleaner. It's skyscrapers everywhere, everywhere. Trying to get down to the streets and walk from down the streets to have a feel of the city. One of the most, like I was saying, Hong Kong has a lot of most. So basically what is really good is really, really good. And what's bad is really, really bad. That's how I feel. I feel like there's no like really midpoint, especially when it comes to wealth. It's like the rich are super, super rich and the poor, they are really, really poor. So there's this very huge gap between the rich and the poor. So before we get into that, Hong Kong is one of the most developed cities in the world with diverse means of transportation. As you can see, they have the MRT, they have these buses, they have the trams. Basically, getting around Hong Kong is such an easy thing.
One thing to note, if you have a passport like mine, a Kenyan passport, Hong Kong is visa free. You don't pay anything at the airport to get here. I think this is because it used to be a British territory, and the British have this thing they call the Commonwealth. You know, that Commonwealth that is not common? I think it is easier to travel to Commonwealth countries.
The cheapest way to like really get around, you really need to know the train, the number, or the bus. Otherwise, the taxis are pretty expensive. Very expensive. Not just pretty expensive, but very expensive. So let's keep roaming the streets of Hong Kong. I wanna take these ding-dings, but these trams, they call them ding-dings. I wanna take them, but I don't know to where. To just have us to see the city, maybe from one end to the other, wherever it leads me to. Okay, so I just randomly got into one of these.
I would suggest for anyone who is visiting Hong Kong Island, the best way to see around is to take these trams. They call them ding ding. I think it's because there's this sound they make, ding ding, when they are approaching the stop. So from the sound ding ding to ding ding. So take this ding ding. You can take it from one end to the other end and back. It really is so cheap. It's just $3 Hong Kong dollars. So about 7-8 make $1 US. So 3 is basically less than half a dollar, and you are able to ride around, take the upper deck, so that you can be able to have a nice view of the city. In terms of payment, make sure you have the coins, have the exact 3, or if you have a 5, you can put, but you're not going to get any change. So ensure that you have your cash ready, or if you have the Octopus card, well, that still works.
came back from the ding ding and as you can see we have Louis Vuitton, Tiffany, Saint Laurent, like all the brands, all the designers are here. Emporio, Armani. So our next step, we are going to take a ferry to cross over to the harbour. So this is still back at Central and there's two important buildings here. So that one is the tallest building here in Hong Kong. It's called ICC. And then this is ICF, which is the second tallest building here in Hong Kong. Okay, so we're going to take the Star Ferry upper deck entrance to TST. So we're basically heading to where we started the day, but instead of taking the train straight away, I've decided to use the ferry to cross over and then we proceed. Okay. So this way we're going to have a very nice view of the city from the water. Wow, what a beautiful, breathtaking view. So this is what you see as you are leaving to cross the water to the other island. Amazing. I love this. It's so clear. I can imagine how well it lights at night. The water is so blue and clean. I love this. This can be, you know, so relaxing to the mind. So we just arrived at the Victoria Harbour. It's a short ride. It takes about 5 minutes or so. Just the sun because of the sun, the reflection of the sun, you're not able to see it, but what my eyes are seeing is super incredible. Wow. So they have this deck where you can go up and enjoy the view. I love how they have just created places, nice places for you to enjoy views and all that, and they don't charge you anything at all. So this is free of charge.
one of the things you can actually enjoy yourself when you come here in Hong Kong without having to pay anything for this. Wow, just look at the view. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Can it get any better? And then you can sit like these places. You can still sit here and nobody's going to charge you anything. I just love this. I love it. So you can come here to Harbour City and enjoy the view of Hong Kong. So that is Hong Kong itself, what they call Central. So that is like the central business district of Hong Kong. So for me, for this view, it's not even about the buildings, but the nature. First, the water is so clean, and then second, the mountain or the hills backdrop makes it what everything, like skyscrapers down here, and then we have the backdrop. And then I learned that in some of those hills that you can see over there, you can actually go on top and then you can see the city from below. You take from that side. Oh, okay.
I'm Chinese.
Tanir. Nice meeting you, Tanir. Thank you. Hello, how are you? I'm good. Yeah, I'm Lynn. Yeah. Bell.
Abel.
Abel. Oh, where you from?
Togo.
Oh, Togo. Kenya.
Kenya.
Yeah. Yes.
Long time here.
No, I just came yesterday, so I'm just making videos around the city. I came yesterday. Yeah. And you've been here long?
No.
Ah.
I also married.
Huh?
Long time.
Oh, you speak French? Tu parles français?
Yeah.
Which language do you speak most?
My language.
Togo speak French?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Et toi, tu parles français?
Un peu.
Hein?
Un peu. Un peu.
Un peu.
Oui.
You come yourself?
Yes.
Tu viens toi seul?
Oui. I came alone. I just came to see the place, to see the city, and I love traveling, so that's why I'm here. How long are you gonna be here?
Tomorrow I'm going.
That was hey, you just said, hey, tomorrow I'm going. Why? You don't like it?
I like that. Very expensive.
Yes, it's very in terms of cost. Yeah, I admit. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'll decide.
It's not only you come.
I came alone, but when I like a place, I stay longer. So it's my first day here. I don't like really know much. So depending on how I experience it. No, first time.
First time come.
Yeah.
You try.
This is really beautiful. The day is going so fast, so I need to find a bus to my address. This is Harbour City, and this is also where we've been walking. This place is full of designers, like, top brands. Anything you want, you'll get it. Do you know that Hong Kong has the highest concentration of billionaires in the world than any other city? Well, now you know. So, using the Octopus bus, using the Octopus card, I've been able to get a bus
catch a bus, but you have to know the number. It's kind of complex, but I know I'm smart, so. Getting around is easy, at the same time not so easy. You just have to know exactly where you need to alight, the bus you need to take, the route, the color, the numbers. So I'm really so proud of myself to have done all this on my own today. So good one. Trying to avoid bumping into people. So this is the busiest street in Hong Kong. It's called Nathan Street. Just alighted and yeah, I made it.
You can see and feel the British influence here in Hong Kong. First, a lot of people here actually speak English. It was just 1997 when the British left. That's just 20-something years ago. So you'll find a lot of people speak English. Also, these double-deck buses. Some people call them the London buses. This is something that the British also brought into Hong Kong.
So I'm back to where we started the day in the morning. This is the busiest street here in Hong Kong. Lots of residential places and businesses as well. So this is in Kowloon. We are off the Hong Kong island. We are off Central. So I'm so glad I managed to make it. I was like, okay, today's the day I'm gonna get lost, but yeah. This is a city like no other city. Everything keeps moving. You have to be punctual. You have to know what you're doing, where you're going, and all that. It's crazy. But as you can see now, where we are right now, it's pretty different. The buildings. This side of town also has some residential skyscrapers like this one. Imagine staying on the top of that building. So, and there's also some that look like they've been here for 100 years. Of course, like that one at the center, it looks like old and, you know, like it's been there ever since. Anyway, when I was passing in the morning, this market was not there, so maybe I can buy some fruit since I'm not able to know exactly what to get. I think fruits will do. They always say when you're buying fruits, buy those ones that are not so beautiful. Those are the best. So maybe these bananas would serve me. These ones. So I think it's 10 Hong Kong dollars, so I'm gonna pay it with this. Thank you. So there's lots of fruits here. Different prices. So about 8. If it's 10, that's about, the bananas I got are just about $1 and some, maybe $1.25. Yeah, I think it's about $1.25. Anyway, so quite interesting how these streets at night become shops. So let's check around and see if we can buy some more stuff before we head to our accommodation. Okay, so these inner streets are now market. So 7-Eleven is just one of those places that you can never avoid as long as you're traveling in this region. But I think there's one across from where I'm staying, so I'm gonna go there. There's one behind me there, but let's head to the one close to where I'm staying. Shanghai Street. There's a street I passed by when I was coming, and it had lots of these trees with the roots hanging. But here, this is a public park, so a nice place in case you're not able to go to the harbour for the view. This is also a place you can come and chill. Where is this place? So many street singers. So often during the day, the streets, during the day the streets are empty. There are no hawkers on these streets during the day, but at night they come to life. Woo. They're selling all kinds of wares. Hey, oh my goodness, this is a culture shock for me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What? Hey. Some of these things that I'm seeing in the street, some of these things that I'm being seen just being sold openly in the street, like mangoes, are not even allowed. You cannot even import them into Kenya. Okay, so there's a 7-Eleven here. What? Let me know if you've seen what I've seen in the comment section below. I've seen something very interesting.
The camera gets really bad when it's dark or when it's becoming dark, so I'm going to be ending this episode here. I hope you truly enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like button, share and subscribe. See you in the next one, and let me know your thoughts and opinion in the comment section below.